We're just sitting here waiting. See my new lamp? My new blanket on my couch. There's a little lamp. It's like the big lamp. Big lamp, little lamp. Kitchen. I'm waiting for Helaine. Let me go tell her to come in. Let's see. Helaine, are you here? Are you here yet, Helaine? Come on, Helaine. Let's see. We're live. Where's Helaine? Hi, Helaine.
Hi, this is like the way Debbie does it, right?
So I need you to turn your camera where we can see your whole face. There you go. Hi.
Hi, Linda.
Your lighting is great. And you look beautiful. How did your show go? You were on Bo Applegate's show?
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Yeah, I love him. How'd the show?
What happened was he said, we have so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so is very funny and so-and-so and so-and-so. I said, hey, you only said that one guy is very funny. So I teased him about that.
He's a great guy. I love him to pieces.
And he said he loved me, and he's just such a sweet person. And he lives up near my brother, so I feel a connection.
Yeah, totally.
My nephew has a friend who goes to comedy shows. She wishes she could get up.
Wow. Arthur's watching. Arthur, talk to two old ladies. Say something.
Yeah, Arthur?
Anybody that's on here, talk to us. So Helaine Weiss Witt's in New York, and I'm in Vegas. And we just got on here because I'm trying to find a free way to do these 2 interviews a week.
How come you have your mask on, Linda?
Because it hides my neck roll. It hides all of it.
So you make believe you're out. You make believe you're outside.
No, it hides all of the lumps underneath my chin. I'm not.
No, I heard what you said, but I mean, you don't need it inside, so you make believe you're outside is my point.
No, I just know that it'll hide a multitude of aging.
That's funny. On. Vanessa has a joke like that about her mask.
Yeah. So who does?
Vanessa.
And so does Wendy Liebman. I guess it's made the rounds, huh?
Yeah.
So what do you got going this week that you want to promote to the masses of one person watching?
Oh, well, Friday night I'm on Keisha's over 60, and there's a word shit in the middle of it. I don't know.
Is it Friday Night Funnies?
Yeah, and it's called 60 over 60. Yo, you're shitty. You're very old. It has the word shit in it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a great show. Keisha wanted me to host it. I'm just not up to it. Hey, Carrie Bechtel's here. Do you know Carrie?
Does she own Bechtel Industries?
It looks like a guy. You really shouldn't assume anything. It makes an ass out of you and me.
Carrie, are you related to Stephen Bechtel?
Yeah. Are you related to me yet? Because I'm available. Hey, Carrie. Say hi, Carrie. He sent up a heart.
How did they find you? Are they your fans, Linda?
Oh, I don't have fans. You know, when I do a bringer, you know, it's more like bring your pocketbook and have it real close to you because we never know what's going to go down. No, I don't have bringers.
You have fans. I asked you about your fans. You have fans on the puns.
Yeah, but they don't ever do nothing. They never come to my shows. I'm lucky to have one person watching. I'm the only person who can win a comedy contest with nobody there to vote for me.
That's even better. That's more of an acknowledgement. But we have Arthur Treacher and Carrie Bechtel.
We are one for, okay, which one of them do you want?
Well, I can't see them.
Well, Carrie Bechtel says hello. Hi, Carrie. Carrie,
are you related? Oh, you spell your name O-L, but so you just lost a couple of $1 million just because your O isn't an E.
yeah, Christy Miller's here. Hi, Christy Miller. You want to send an invite to come on with us? we both love you.
The other day, I started talking about the ring, the ring around the governor's nipples, and boy, oh boy, I made someone blush.
It used to be ring around the collar, ring around the bathtub,
ring around the rosy. Now it's ring around his nipple, starring Christy Miller.
Ring around the areola. Yeah. Somebody else is here. I don't know who. Now it's down to one person. We're not very interesting.
No, not at all. Arthur would rather read the Sunday Times.
Carrie would rather do the crossword puzzle in the Times. And he's never done it before, but it's like his version of something's in the oven, I gotta go.
And all because he's not a Bechtel with an EL, but probably everyone says that to him. Carrie, you're perfect for us. We like you the way you are.
Yeah, I think Carrie's your type and Arthur's my type, so that's how we'll do that.
You can see them?
Yeah, sort of. I think that.
Where did they learn about us?
They're my Facebook people. They want to see that I'm really live. They want to, see my teeth and my wrinkles, unfiltered. My pores. Want to see the hairs on my chinny chin chin.
You're too much, Linda.
There's a hair. Found a hair. I'll show you I'll show everybody all my imperfections. That should be a real hit.
That's a show called Linda's Imperfections. How's your eyesight, Linda?
Well, it depends. If we're talking about my own flaws, really bad. Howard Aranin. It's got to be Aranin, is it? Yeah, I love Howard. Howard invited me to be his date. He was just joking.
Uh-oh, that's called faking an orgasm.
He asked me to be on a show and be his date, and I got so excited. And then he let the hammer down. He was just teasing, I guess. I was like, Howard. Carrie says, I'm not related to the Bechtel Corporation in any way. It's O-L, not E-L, with my last name. Hey, it was Helaine that said that. Don't get it twisted, Carrie.
We like you better than Stephen Bechtel. I worked for the guy one day.
One day.
It was a temp job.
Who else wants? We're getting a lot of men on here. Howard, talk to me. Talk to Helaine.
Until your wife comes in the room and says, get to bed with me.
We'll cover up our areolas when your wife comes in. That's what I said. We like you better. Aw. Carrie.
I wrote that.
Carrie's laughing. Laugh out loud.
Okay, Carrie. You're going to be our next bringer. Don't you worry. I'm going to ask you Friday night to come on. Friday Laugh Out Loud, 60 and over, shit, whatever that show's called.
With Keisha Norton. Howard, what's the name of the show that has the word shit in it? Helaine is...
Keisha, K-E-Z-I-A
He
Norton.
knows. He's their host sometimes. I'm asking him the name of the Friday night show for seniors.
If I got up, I could go Google it.
Don't get up. It makes your areolas move. Stay right. These guys need to know that you're stable.
Oh, I thought you were going to say these guys have to know that you have big breasts and areolas.
Howard doesn't know the name of the show. I don't
Okay.
think it matters. Talk to everybody about the Beatles. Tell your Beatles story.
Well, I'm here in my Beatle room. I'll show you my Beatle room.
She knows the Beatles. She's not a...
Well, they're dead now. It's hard to know a dead person, but see my Beatle room?
He says it's called Friday Night Funnies. It's also got like a subtitle, something seniors.
60.
Yeah, it don't matter. Howard, do you want to come on the camera with us? Hit a button. I don't know what button. Just hit a button. If it sends a rocket to the moon or, you know, blows something up, you know, you don't need to know any coordinates to hit a button on Facebook. I'm 60. Keisha said I'm not 60 enough.
It's true. Only people over 60 can be in the show. I'm 71.
So it's over 60 and he's just barely 60.
And that's the name of the show, Over 60 and something with a curse word in it.
So you know the Beatles and you've got pictures of you with the Beatles. Can you take your camera and show us a picture of you with the Beatles back in the day? Inquiring minds would love to see this shit. Yes or no? Did you freeze up on me, Helaine? Helaine? Helaine, did you die? Don't die. Come back to life. Is it me? Did I freeze? I'm going outside. I can't take the internet. Did the internet mess up? Hello, is anybody here? It froze up. She froze. Thank you. Thank God. Howard, touch your butt. Put me back, she says. You can come on too, Howard. Helaine, hit a button. It's not me that does it. You have to do it. Invite. Okay, I invited you. Now you got to punch a button. Facebook Live. I sent you an invite. Click on the invite. Helaine, don't call. Do you want to? Let me go see. She is insisting on calling. Send you an invite too. Carrie, do you want to come on? I sent invites to Carrie, Howard, and Helaine. You guys got to follow the link to come on. Carrie, I sent you an invite. Click it and come on. Come on and talk. Nobody? Let me go back to Helaine. I sent all of y'all invites. trying to get on. I think she froze too, Howard. This is my front porch. I have one light, one lonely chair, one lonely window. Las Vegas, baby. Hi, Helaine. Are you coming on now? You got to click a button. You either have to accept the invite I sent you or create your own invite by requesting. Either approve the one I sent or request one of your own. Helaine, I can't show you anything. I've sent you a link. You should see a notification that I sent you a link. Okay, now I see how to add you. Now we're back. Jeez, I hate that stuff. Ridiculous.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know why. So
So
tell everybody what you got going this week, Helaine. Plug
I'm
your.
on the Friday Night Funny 60 over 60 with Keisha Norton on Friday night. I hope everyone comes there. It's past my bedtime theater. I mean, it's LA time.
Yeah. So what time is it on LA time?
Knowing LA 10.
Got it. I think it's 8 o'clock. Do you know what time it is Friday night?
I could go look.
Nah, stay there. Keisha Norton Friday Night Funnies for seniors over 60. Not Howard Aronin 60. That's just barely 60. Over 60.
So tell me about this. He invited you to go on a date, and then he tell me about that story in front of him.
We just have to roast him. He said, yeah, come on and be my date. And I got so excited. I mean, I know he's married, but still, an invite's an invite.
You're bad. You are bad.
Yeah. Howard's so cute. And he's so nice. And I've known him since the first month in comedy. The first time I went out and did veterans comedy, he was there.
When was that?
2014.
In LA?
LA County. We went to a nursing home together with Will and Yvonne Morton and millionlaughs.org.
Wow.
That nonprofit.
Maybe they're still around.
They don't reply to me. They reply to people they like, I guess. She froze.
You're cut out for this, Linda.
What?
You're cut out for this. You're a natural.
For what?
For this, what we're doing.
Thank you. No planning, no forethought, no pressure. Just, hey, are you available? Let's go on the camera.
Yeah, I got it.
And it's free, and I can do it with my phone. I don't need a computer. Just make people laugh like this.
Is this what Debbie does?
Sometimes. But she also figured how to do it the way I was doing it on the computer, side to side. Somebody's on here watching us. I don't know who. I think our attendance dropped off miserably. What else do you have? What else do you have besides Friday night?
I have Wednesday. I'm doing 20 minutes.
For who?
It's an organization.
Nice. Is it public?
I guess if they ever had anyone watch it, it would be.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, you go on these shows and nobody watches.
So Can anybody go watch you do 20 minutes?
I could let you know.
Yeah, hit her up if you want to watch her do 20 minutes. She did 48 minutes on my Facebook.
Thank you, Linda. And then after that, I thought of a half an hour more to say.
You're incredible.
Well, thank you. That's not how I look at it.
No problem.
Put myself down. Why weren't you more organized?
So, this on Monday at 4 o'clock Pacific, Jenny McNulty is having her weekly pandemic password game show. And since it's not comedy, it's just in the moment, I accepted her invitation to be on.
Yay.
And
You
then,
still do comedy, Linda?
and then Wednesday, I'm so excited. There's a couple legendary comics in the Portland, Seattle area, Art Krug and Susan Rice. And I get to interview the both of them at the same time on Wednesday at noon Pacific. And I love Art's comedy, and I adore Susan Rice.
You interviewed them a year ago, more than a year ago.
2 years, yeah, a year ago when I was doing Sassy Broad Squad. Hey, my protege Delilah is here. She's crazy. She made it almost to the finals on Nikki's show. She was up against Jim Maywalt.
Wow.
And she's been on stage maybe 5 or 6 times so far.
Wow. I stood Nikki up, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, well, stuff happens. He'll understand. He's a good guy.
What happened was, you fill out these things on sometimes for these shows, and I didn't know there was a date at the bottom. I thought I was applying. So when I was done applying, I pressed send, only to find out it had a real date, and I was accepted on the spot.
Wow. Hey,
So,
Delilah, this is Helaine in New York.
hi, Delilah.
She started comedy at the Holy City Zoo, which is the holy grail of comedy. Back in the days when Robin Williams was doing comedy, starting to get famous in San Francisco, she was at the same club, the same improv. She'd get kicked off the stage when he'd get thrown on. Right?
You're retelling the story, and Stephen Pearl was there, and Laurie Kilmartin was in the class before me.
Wow. So anyway, so that's what I've got going this week, 2 appearances.
Good for you, Linda. I'm glad you're coming back. You're still doing comedy because you write funny things and you're always saying funny things. You're still doing comedy. You didn't pack it up.
In a different way. I don't really feel like going on stage in a wheelchair. No thanks.
I saw a picture of my friend in a wheelchair doing comedy. I don't know if she did 48 minutes or 5 minutes. But she does 45 in Seattle.
Yeah. Is that Sherry?
Yes.
Yeah. She's awesome. She's further along in the coping of being in a wheelchair than I am. I'm brand new, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do stand up sitting down in a wheelchair. Not doing it.
You could do it from your house.
Right, like I am now.
Absolutely.
I'll do motivational speaking.
Well, you got the book. Have you been able to look at it at all?
Don't confront me ever, publicly or privately.
Oh my God.
Have you not learned this lesson yet?
I asked Linda if she opened the book is all.
Yeah, and Linda's like triggered. Oh no, now I'm in 2nd grade with a teacher. Instant.
Ask me a question. If I brush my teeth, am I going to think you're my father?
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Well, what else do you want to plug? Where can people buy your merchandise?
That's funny. I'm thinking about buying the funny Friday Funnies t-shirt for somebody.
When are you going to be on America's Got Talent?
When I fill out the form correctly.
I know somebody with the initials BL that can do that for you.
LS?
He has a Polish last name and lives close to you. And he can do all of your paperwork. He can even remind you when you're supposed to be on the show.
Yes. You want to hear something funny that happened yesterday? So George knows that sometimes I'm talking to George and sometimes I'm talking to Bruce. So we merged together. So every morning Bruce used to call me like 5, 6, or 7 a.m. And so does George. So the other day, George wanted to tell Bruce something. He was excited and he goes, I swear to God, here's what came out of his mouth. Is Bruce there? I said, George, it's bad enough Friday night we go on an 11 o'clock show and I say we're taking a nap at 10:30. We don't live in the same house. He's been married 30 years happily. He's not here. So today, you know what George said? Bruce is here. He's not a naughty little boy. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Brian Oswald, your biggest fan, is here.
Is Brian here? Hi, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, meet Delilah. Who else is here? I can't see who's here. Is Howard still here?
That's the only name I can see. I don't want to touch any buttons.
Yeah, we have to get consent to touch them.
That's what my mother taught me.
I asked Carrie if you wanted to come on camera.
How do you know Carrie?
He's one of my friends.
From home?
Don't put me on the spot.
You are so funny. That was perfect, Linda. That was so authentic.
I've done 654 interviews, and I can remember about what five people said.
That's hysterical.
It's not they're boring. It's just like it's too many people to try to remember everything.
I didn't know it was a comic. I thought it was someone from high school.
Oh, I'd have probably said Carrie from high school if it was, because I'm built, Marla from second grade kind of person.
Are you wearing a bathing suit?
It's a bathing suit top dress. It's a semi-formal that looks like a swimming suit on top.
You wore it for this show?
No, I've worn it for 3 days in a row now.
No comment. That's the difference between you and me. I can't wear something more than once.
That's
because I have BO. I think I have BO still.
I don't know where to go with that thought.
Well, before the change, I think I used to have it more. It's like cuticles, Linda. The girl at the Vietnamese nail salon yells at me because my cuticles grew in a week. I have no control over that or BO.
Does she say that in English?
The only word you hear is cuticle, and I know they're being critical of my cuticles, and it's not something I can control.
But what you can control is the lack of them getting a tip.
Well, that's one of the jokes I have. You're very perceptive. I say, I'm going to give you a bigger tip now that you insulted my cuticles. Oh, so much cuticle. What do you want from me? That's God's work. Same with body odor.
Wow.
That's a callback to the fact that you can wear a dress 3 days and I can't.
I can. I can wear a dress 3 days in a row and nobody knows it.
I have some of that going on with my sheets and stuff.
Want to see my new wheelchair?
Yes.
Here it is. This is the bad boy.
Hey, how'd you find driving it?
I didn't drive it. I turned it on. It wouldn't shut up. It kept beeping like a mofo. I can't get the beeping to stop, so I have to get out the manual. and understand why is the wheelchair beeping, or get
So
them on the
go
phone.
to the diner.
Yeah, I hobbled over. Warning, failure to follow warnings may result in personal harm or injury.
That's pretty funny.
Caution, failure to follow cautions may result. These guys are serious. I never saw anything like this. They know they're talking to people with different abilities, all right. The battery, the overcharge protector, tiller, key switch, speed adjust. What about the fucking beeping? That's what I want to know. Caution, over beeping might cause you harm. Let's see, key switch, speed. I don't know how to get the beeping to quit. I got to figure it out.
Why don't you call the company?
Yeah. Something. It's telling us it's out of gas or something.
It works on gasoline.
No. Tells you how to
I bet
assemble
you have your left signal on, Linda.
Got to do everything right. Battery type. Caution. Scooter battery. Always charge. Assemble. Okay. What about the beeping? Once the battery is fully charged, unplug. Assemble from the... Remove the output connector of the charger some from the 3-pin. Your scooter is ready to use. Lift, insert, plug. Are we talking about wheelchairs or sex? Once the back. Overload protector, tiller control. Caution, do not remove key switch as a means of braking. Before you come on. Top speed during operation. Power indicator.
How did they deliver that?
Green, yellow. Horn, light switch. What about the beeper? Release lever, manual operations. I got to call them up. Okay, what?
How did you get it? How did it get to your house?
Knock, knock, knock. And then you open the door and they have run away and dropped a package.
It's in a box? Wow.
Yeah, it came.
You had to be home, right?
No, they dropped it and ran. You didn't have to be home.
That means if someone stole it, what would you do?
Report you didn't get it.
Oh. And then you'd see your next door neighbor going to the diner.
The little kid playing with it.
They have kids in my neighborhood driving like motorized cars.
Yeah.
On the sidewalk.
I'm thinking of having all the comics, autograph it, and call it an eclectic cart instead of an electric cart.
Oh, that's cute. Maybe they could come over and help you with the beep.
Most of them are hearing voices. I don't know if I want comics fixing a wheelchair. If they got a grudge against me, they might make sure I fall off a cliff.
Well, I'm talking about your neighbors.
Oh, yeah, I don't really want to do that. Thanks.
You gave them chicken.
No, I didn't. I gave that to the comics.
I said the comics.
You said the neighbors.
I thought your neighbors were comics.
Not all of them. You're not being clear. My neighbors are my neighbors. Comic neighbors are comic neighbors.
Yeah, I meant comic neighbors should all come over and help you with the beep.
Yeah, they should. Let's put some guilt on them.
Ask them if they read the book yet.
Yeah, really. I know Delilah would know how to fix it.
Well, let her
Carlo,
come over.
two great ladies, says two great ladies of comedy.
And
Carlo,
how do you feel, Carlo? Because you're in great pain.
how is Carlo feeling?
How you feeling?
Yeah, Carlo, talk to us. Oh, we're waiting. Delilah, come over and help me fix this thing and make it quit beeping. Got more questions? Look at our website. Yeah. You send a guy over here and make it quit.
Tracy's watching. Oh, and Carlo feels better. Hi, Tracy. You were very funny tonight at the show. Very funny indeed.
Who's Tracy?
She's one of Rob's and Vanessa's people.
What's her last name?
Simon.
Oh, hi, Tracy Simon. I've heard of you.
She's very funny and she had a new bit tonight.
Very good. Congratulations.
And you know what? Her daughter lives in Austin, and I thought of your friend who moved to Austin.
Carter Anderson.
Yeah. I was thinking of him.
Find him. Maybe you'll have better luck getting a response from him than I have in 3 years.
Well, I tried to get him some friends.
He's pretty independent. He doesn't like help. But he's very good in person. I don't think he likes talking to people much.
Well, he moved to a new town, and I was trying to get him some friends.
Yeah, well, good for you. But I don't think he wants help.
That was 3 years ago.
Huh?
Like you said, it was 3 years ago. He didn't want the help then.
Yeah.
So, Tracy, you're a comic. You want to come on?
Oh, all of a sudden it's Helaine's show. Totally cool. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just footing the bill. Okay, I gotta put my dress on where the boobs are in the middle. Okay, I came here for something. Oh yeah, my ultrasound machine. Want to see my ultrasound machine for my broken bones?
Did they get it to work, the third one?
Yeah, it's the third or fourth one. First, you have to get out the gel. You have to lubricate it. You should be used to this, people. Okay, so then you put the gel on the little disc.
3 of them were faulty.
Yeah, however many. They said that they got a bad batch of them and everybody's been claiming it. So not just me. So I'm going to go sit down on the couch and attach this to my bone.
How often do you put it on your bones?
Once a day, 20 minutes.
And you have to do it now while you're on famous TV.
Yep, you got that right. You got a problem with that?
In your prom gown.
Yep, for the men. Not for the ladies. Don't hit me up, ladies. I don't go that way.
For the married men.
Married men, single men. No, I don't go for married men.
You know why I don't like to flirt with married men? Because I wouldn't want it done to me if I was married.
Yeah, they shouldn't be flirting with us. Enough said.
Lately on the Zoom, the women are worse than the men, Linda.
I know it's getting really bad. Women are me too and the men. Is that KY jelly? I thought of that. Carlo. So now it's started the timer. And it shows you every second because, you need to know that.
What it does to you, what you're doing to your body.
Yeah, it's making the bones repair themselves. It makes the connections and like they got words for it. Like they got a whole manual and you can watch a video. And of course I studied it because that's how I roll. What the spouses don't know won't hurt them, Carla says.
Show us how you're rubbing it on your shoulder.
Rubbing what?
How does it work?
I have it strapped to my foot.
Oh.
So I hope nobody has a foot fetish, but can you see my foot?
Yeah.
So it's strapped to where the broken bone is. And this thing right here is sending signals to the broken bone.
And then after that, could you put it on your shoulder?
Yeah, I can put it anywhere I want. You need Chinese herbs and Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. Yeah, totally. Mr. Miyagi, remember that, Helaine?
Yeah, because they have a new one.
Yeah. Rub one out, Linda. Helaine, do you know what he's talking about?
I think I do.
Oh, man. He's taking it there. Will you take us there? How's that song go?
Take me there.
Yeah.
Did you cut your hair, Linda?
I cut it. So I want it shorter here. A little bit shorter than that right there. It's got to be
Cut
like
your
that.
own hair.
What?
I can't believe how you could cut your own hair.
I was raised in front of a mirror, and my mother would come home and she would cut our hair every night. So I know how to do it back. I have sexy feet. Awesome. Thank you. The bones are all broken in my feet. My feet go wherever they want. They're like escaping.
Maybe he could suck your toes in Vegas.
Maybe what?
He could suck your toes.
Yeah, he's going to get on the first flight. You have nice delineation. I like that word, delineation. It's a good word. Thank you. I'm going to accept a compliment. This ain't easy. This ain't easy. Helaine knows how hard it is for me to accept a compliment. That's why she's laughing.
No, that's not. I think you're good at accepting compliments. I'm laughing because he said delineation. You don't even know what he means. You don't know what part of your body he meant. And you went, thank you. That's what I'm laughing at.
He means the feet.
But he didn't see any like toenails that were polished red and blue. And he just said he likes your delineation.
He's coming here to Vegas in August, and I'll be waiting. I'm holding my breath, Carlo. We can do some shows and put them on your Armed Forces Entertainment show. And watch him say, oh, I didn't mean that. I want to entertain the doggone troops. Is anybody going to let me in this country called America or not?
Oh, he's got to get Brad Garrett's.
Wow. Can I be your arm candy for the night? I'll behave. I can behave for a night. Can do this. Don't ask Helaine. She won't say yes. But she won't say that I can do that long. He likes women with hammer time toes. Can't touch this. Take me to Brad Garrett's. Take me to the limit. This is better than porn.
You're very flirtatious, my goodness.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Remember we went on his show, we had a disagreement and we worked it out?
He came on our show and we were doing a thing and he took it wrong, or he made a comment and we were like, we didn't know what was going on. It went just
what it was about. I know what it was about.
What?
You want to know what it was about?
I want it to be as far in the past as possible.
And it's right there in my present.
How many days is it till August when Carlo comes to Vegas and takes me to Brad Garrett's?
He's eyeing your couch right now.
Oh. So at midnight, somebody's picking up, I gave away the table and chairs. Somebody's coming over at midnight when he gets in from the airport.
Could I see the table and chairs?
Yeah, hold on. It's not put together. There it is. And there's the big tabletop. So it's just wood chairs, wood chair tops, wood tabletops, and metal, chrome, like dull metal chrome. General Martinez, that co-hosts with me on my show, lives in Vegas. Oh, no way. Tell General Martinez that we got to meet and go to the Mardi Gras restaurant for coffee at 4:00 any day of the week. Is Holly here? I saw it.
Yeah.
Hi, Holly. Love you. Love you, Carlo. Love you, Delilah. Love you, Helaine.
Linda's in good spirits tonight.
Yep.
Could you bring me closer to that furniture? I want to see what the dullness is about.
I have to be off my foot during the 20,
Fine.
for the 12 minutes that I'm.
Yeah.
It's just like brushed nickel. So it's just dull. It's really not brushed at all.
I saw the picture of the furniture and I called you at 3 a.m. to give you an idea of how you could save it.
That's okay. I gave it away. Too late.
You could have used it as your outdoor furniture.
Too big. And I gave it away. So it's okay.
Your rent is really reasonable.
I know, $675, and I live in a cell block like a jailmate. Looks pretty nice, eh?
Yep,
Show me somebody else that has a crystal lamp by their microwave.
Is that your leg?
Yep, I have my leg
Carlos is gonna change his flight.
up. There's my paddle fan.
How did you hang that lamp?
I didn't. It was hung when I got here. It's like a guy. It's like a good date. They're hung when they get here. Why are you giving all your stuff away? I'm giving. Oh, you want to hear the story, you guys? Helaine has to hear it for the umpteenth. So I went on Walmart.com clearance section because that's how I roll. And I wanted to, for the first time in my life, have all new furniture in my house at a good price from a reputable company. So I picked out everything brand new. $1,352, and then tax and all that came to $1,653. And so, and then I bought a TV from an Amazon. That was a couple $100. And I bought a couple other things from somewhere else, a bed for $250 somewhere else. And so I'm sitting there with 8 items coming from Walmart, all paid for. And little by little, they're like, okay, this shipped. And I'm like, okay, where is it? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. And so I'm sitting here like a 1950s housewife going, I understand why Mrs. Cleaver was called Cleaver. She wanted to have a butcher knife for when the stuff finally arrives. So I'm waiting for all this stuff. And 2 or 3 items never came, and they canceled the orders. And every time Walmart cancels an order, you get the item anyway. And then you tell them that you got the item, and they're like, well, don't send it back. We don't want to pay we would have to pay the shipping to get it back. So just keep it or give it away. And I said, check my record. I'm going to sell it. So I tried to sell it, but I told everybody it was free and I was selling it for $120 instead. I bought it for $189. It's worth $10. Come on, it's the cheapest crap ever. Anyway, nobody wanted to buy it. So I went on the Vegas comic board and said, who wants this blank table for free? And somebody is coming to get it at midnight tonight. Thank God. They have to assemble it. That's the bad news. So there you go. Where'd Helaine go? She always does this. You put on her show and she ghosts your ass.
No, I'm listening for the second time. I said, Linda, you're giving it away for free. Why are you telling them? Telling them who wants it for 120 after
You
you told them
froze
you
on
got
me.
it for free.
What?
You didn't hear me?
It froze.
I think it was funny that you tell everyone you got it for free and then you say, who wants it for 120?
Carlo
someone
says he just got
cooking.
himself. Carlo says he just got himself a new TV in his bedroom. Show us a picture of it.
You just want to see him in bed.
A new Motley Crue fleece blanket for my bed. Oh, wow. Is it autographed? You probably got it autographed. What are you doing, Helaine? Are you like cleaning your house or something? I know I'm not the most important thing in your world, but.
No, you're very important, but I have to take my pills before I go to bed and I have to take them on an empty stomach. You're not the only one with health issues.
Wow, that was really nasty. Thanks.
So I'm putting fruit in the blender and mixing it with broccoli in the Ninja.
Oh, Carlo, it won't let me bring on a second guest. It says you already have I'm only allowed to have one guest at a time. How many items do you have, Carlo, that people have autographed? Helaine, do you want to go off camera and let me bring Carlo on and you watch?
Yes.
Okay, Carlo, hold on. Helaine's going to leave and let you come on.
Then I can take my girdle off.
Since she's like acting like I'm from a third world country anyway. Bye, Helaine.
Don't say that I'm on Facebook Live on mine.
I don't know what we're talking about. Can you please leave?
How do I leave?
Oh, just click off Facebook. Get out of Facebook and come back. There you go. Now Carla can go. Oh, you declined. I thought you asked to be on. Got it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see if Delilah wants to go on. It says you asked to be on. So weird. There he is.
How are you? I'm hanging in there. Can you hear me? So what happened to you? You fell or something? You broke your foot? What happened?
And, you know, I have a little bit of a brain injury and from 1996, and I was walking down the sidewalk, moved out of somebody's way, and I rolled my foot out so the whole right side of the foot, a bone in there broke. And then they had me, yeah. And then they gave me a walking boot and had me walking on it, made it worse. And it's not healing because I have osteoporosis, they found out.
Oh, boy.
So
We got to nurse you back to health. You're a national treasure. Hey, there's my new TV, see?
This is your new commercial?
No, that's my new TV.
Oh, wow. What size is it?
75.
Wow.
Yeah, I like my toys. I'm a guy
Yeah,
who likes my toys, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things I got to have. Watches I like, TVs, and sunglasses are my three things that I don't skimp on.
Yeah. What's your favorite sunglasses? What brand?
Oh boy. Believe it or not, I'm a big fan of the old school, the Ray-Ban.
Oh, I like
Ray-Ban Wayfarers.
it. I know what you're
The, ki-
talking about.
the kind like the, what's his name used to wear in Miami Vice, Don Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not as good looking as him, but, you know.
Pretty
So,
doggone close. So, who are some guests you have on Animal House Radio coming up?
I don't have nothing scheduled. Actually, I got one scheduled in a couple of weeks. Remember the guy from West Side Story to play Bernardo?
Yes.
George Chakiris. He's got a new book out. I'm going to set you up with him because I think he'd be fun for you to talk to.
Okay.
I have him coming on. I really haven't had the time to schedule. I have a couple of people that I'd like to get, but I haven't reached out yet. I'm going to have what's her name? Oh my God, Jane Weedland on from the Go-Go's because she wasn't able to do the live video that we had. Because she lives in Hawaii, so I had to wait. So I'm going to schedule her and do her by herself.
Super. Super.
Yeah.
So do you hear from the people in the armed forces that watch your shows?
Yeah, I get a lot of emails and stuff, especially when we get somebody on that's really popular. We get. I don't get the emails personally. AFN gets them and tells me and forwards me. Like I tell you, who did we have on that one time? Like Joe Mantegna.
Wow.
They said they got over 60,000 emails.
Wow.
Yeah, saying how much they enjoyed it and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you ever get nervous before an interview?
No, because I don't look at it as an interview. I look like I'm having a conversation with a friend.
Yes.
And I try to. My ultimate goal in every interview is to ask the question that they've never been asked. I don't want to stick to I don't want to stick to the candy cutter things that everybody asks. I like to. I mean, there's some things you have to ask that are like, you know, generic, but for the most part, I like to get, you know, and it usually works. It's a formula. It's like second nature by now doing it. It's just like comedy for me. It's just, you know, you don't even think about it. Um, you know, I don't even formulate questions anymore. Unless I don't really know about the person, I'll do a little research. But other than that, I just go off. I shoot from the hip.
I like that because
You know.
that makes it more live, more improv-y.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound like it's a scripted thing, and I'm on like, you know, like a robot. I want it to be, you know, fun and enjoyable. Which, you know, so far so good. Who's who's the one we just had on? Just nothing. Adam Ferreira was funny. Now he's a comic. Do you ever have him on your show?
No.
Oh, he's hysterical. He's really good. He lives in L.A. He's a really good guy, and he's got a podcast out too. It's called the Adam Ferreira Podcast. 30 minutes you'll never get back. But he was real cool because he was in one of my favorite shows. I don't know if you remember Rescue Me.
Yes.
About the New York City fireman. Oh, that was such a great TV show.
Wasn't Dennis Leary in it too?
Yeah. See, now I tried to get him, and he's sometimes, you know, sometimes, you know, you get all these people, and then for every person you get like 5 rejections that they, you know, because the problem is that everybody's got some kind of show or something on it. It's oversaturated. We need to thin the herd a little bit because, and no offense to nobody doing a podcast, a lot of people, they just like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I you know, like I'm not disparaging nobody. I just shake my head and say, really?
Yeah, it is oversaturated.
Yeah, I want uplifting stuff. I want stuff that's fun. I want stuff that's going to invoke a memory of maybe a TV show, a movie, a sporting event, a concert you went to. You know, I mean, right now we need that. I don't want to. Why would I want to listen to a podcast about politics when it's all over the news?
Thank you. Like even
You know,
Sarah Silverman is way too political lately.
And she's a great person. I love Sarah. She's a very talented, but you know, same thing with you know what, too, when you go to a Bruce Springsteen concert now, it's all he does is talk about politics during the show. I want to hear you sing. I don't want to hear you spew. Whatever you believe is your right. I don't care what you believe in. That's fine. But just, you're here to sing, not, you know.
Yes. And Denise Medina on here agrees with you, and she misses Rescue Me. She wishes it would come back.
I know. I wish they would do some kind of reboot with it because it was so funny, but it was really a dark series. You know, it was like a dark comedy type of thing because because you think of firemen, right? And you think they're here, and they are heroes, but like he's an alcoholic fireman, and he's got a lot of shit going on, and he's divorced, and he's this and that. It's so many things, and the same thing with when I was speaking to Adam Ferreira, he was a nurse Jackie, and now you have a nurse who's like a healthcare professional. She helped save lives, but she was addicted to painkillers. So that was the
Wow.
beauty of the show, which made it's like all that glitters isn't always gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why the shows worked. How come I can't see none of the comments?
I don't know why that is. I think it has to
Wait,
do
here we
with
go.
like your broadband or your bandwidth or what band
Oh, I
you're
see it
with.
now.
I
Yeah, I wish it
said
would
that
come back. She's right. Denise Medina, she's right. They're rebooting everything else. Why not that?
yeah.
There's some shows that I agree with that should be rebooted, but others I don't.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
wish I liked Friends, but I don't think it could ever come back. Not with the same people, not with different people. I liked it because it was just corny.
Yeah. I mean, that's another show that went really popular. But
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, during the pandemic, I
Yeah.
found myself watching anything that was uplifting, anything that was, I didn't watch the news because all they did was try to scare the shit out of you with the pandemic. I watched Sanford and Son. I watched Everybody Loves Raymond. I love because that is you can't get any more truthful than that. The way the mother was, the way the father was. Um, but if you have time, Linda,
Uh-huh.
if you go to buzzsprout.com and you look up Animal House Radio, the latest interview we have up there was when we did with Brad Garrett in August. And in about 50 minutes into the interview, he tells a story about Peter Boyle, who was they loved Peter Boyle to death, but during the shooting of the first season, they said there was somebody on the set that couldn't stop farting, and they couldn't figure out who it was, and it was going on during filming and all this, and Brad Garrett tells this story. It's one of the funniest stories I ever heard in my life.
I'll
They
have,
couldn't
so,
figure it.
so how do you see it? You go on Buzz what?
Buzzsprout.com.
Okay.
And then you just type in Animal House Radio, and the latest episode will be with Brad Garrett there. It's like an hour and something, but around 50 minutes in, you hear him tell the story about Peter Boyle. He's like, Peter Boyle was adored by everybody, but he had a flatulence. And, he even makes fun of Ray's voice in it. It's just a hysterical story.
Okay. I'm posting it so people see that. To go on
Yeah.
buzzsprout.com, Animal House Radio, a funny Brad Garrett episode. And I said
Yeah.
funny Bede Garrett, Brad
Bede
Garrett.
Garrett. That's his brother. There's Brad and then there's Bede. But yeah, but you're like, and I have all my other stuff up there that I've done. So Linda, let me ask you a question. Who was the most fun interview you've ever done? I mean, you've done hundreds. That's probably kind of hard to answer.
No, I've got my funnest interview ever. Two of them. First funniest was with Richard Voss. Rich
Oh,
Voss.
Rich, yeah, okay.
Because he was not in the mood for an interview, and I talked him into doing it anyway. And the pandemic had just started. He had no money coming in. He really felt the pinch, and he was in a bad mood. And I talked him into doing the interview, and he refused to do an interview. He turned the tables and interviewed me.
Oh, wow, that's fun. I got to look at that one.
That's a fun one. And the other fun one was Stephen Briggs. He's a young headliner, and the whole time he's trying to talk me into becoming a cougar.
Oh, wow. Did he have to persuade you?
What?
He didn't have to persuade you too much, did he?
He kept trying and trying and trying to get me to become a cougar. And I kept resisting. And then at the end, I said, okay, fine, I'll become a cougar, whatever. And then the other night, he got his comeuppings because I went to a show here in Vegas and he was the headliner. And so I went there and I just Me Too'd the S out of him. I just kept hitting on him and hitting on, and he was like, I opened up a can of worms. I was just joking. I go, oh, yeah, how's it
Oh
feel?
my God, that's funny. That's funny.
I get even. I have a lot of fun getting even in a fun way.
Yeah.
I said, are you ready for the old lady?
Oh my God. You could probably teach him a few things.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Who was your best interview and why?
That's a tough one. I have so many favorites. Because when I pick somebody to interview, and here's a little trick. If anybody's doing a podcast, make sure the person that you're going to have on, unless it's just a regular Joe that doesn't, because most of the people I deal with have publicists and managers, and it's like red tape after red tape. But make sure they have something to promote, because then that's an excuse for them to promote their product. So the funniest story I ever had, Brad was one of the funniest. The one that was like blew me away because I was an icon. He was an icon. Was Larry the Cable Guy was really funny. Oh, I enjoyed talking. Larry's a good friend of mine too. That's real. I picked the interviews by people who I like grew up with. Like coming up in August, MTV is going to be having an anniversary, so I'm going to have Martha Quinn back on.
Wow.
See, because I was from the 80s, so that was a big deal for me, MTV and stuff. I had Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, man. It's like a legendary guitarist. There's just so many. It's hard to nail down one. I actually, one of my crushes I got to interview was Alyssa Milano. Oh my God, I am over the moon for her.
Yeah, isn't she special?
You have no idea. I mean, her politics aside, but yeah. I'd like to do Jessica Alba. That's my dream. That's the dream interview.
How about J-Lo? What about J-Lo?
Yeah, that's a hard one though. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing. You know what I'm gonna be doing in a couple of months? Debbie Harry.
What? That's cool.
Yeah, she's got something coming up that she's gonna promote. And it took me about. It's weird. Sometimes I'll book a guest in one email, and other times it'll take me 20 to 30 emails to get it nailed down. But yeah. I want Jessica Alba.
It took me about a year to get Sinbad.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you're friends with him now, aren't you?
I have been friends with him, like since MySpace and Twitter, and when those first opened.
How's he doing? Because I know he had a heart attack.
His wife says it's bad, so they're not making any public statements, so nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Oh wow, that's a shame. He's another dude that's real funny. We got to get you Vin Diesel to interview.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Do you know Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, that's another one. See, he's the problem with him is he lives out of the country, I think. And somebody like that, like I want a Jackie Chan, but I don't think he lives in the country because all the contacts that I have from him, there's a book that I have. It's called the Blue Book. Okay. It's supposed to be used by publicists that gives information on how to contact other celebrities and stuff. It's supposed to be like the really accurate stuff. It's like an insider's, encyclopedia. So, all the listings for Jackie Chan were like China and all this other stuff. So it's when you do something international. I mean, I could do somebody with something from England because it's only a 6-hour difference,
Yeah. Have you ever interviewed Tommy Chong?
Oh yeah. Every time they come to town, they invite us to a show. Him and Cheech came in, and he's on stage, and we were backstage with them, and so he's on stage. He goes, "Oh, I thank you guys for welcoming us to New Jersey." And he goes, "Let me ask you a question. Because I hear you guys have the best weed in all of New Jersey." And he goes, "Yeah, I should know because I brought it." Tommy's a real good guy. He's very big on supporting the vets. Every time they come to town, they tell us to bring 5 or 6 veterans out.
Wow.
I did cheat, but the audio was so bad on it because my engineer at the time screwed it up. But Tommy's been on like 2 or 3 times already.
Wow.
I'd like to get them together because I call. See, that's an easy one for me because all I have to do is call his son Paris, and then I could set it up. I don't have to go through the whole red tape of the publicist Anderson Media, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So but you had fun with him, talking to him.
Yeah. I just let him go. I just let him talk.
Yeah.
My brother said you should have been active and asked questions. He had stories to tell, and he was going down memory lane. I just let him go.
Yeah, that's sometimes you do that. Sometimes you have to pull stuff out of people, but other times they're like a toy. You wind them up and you just let them go.
That's what I did. I just stayed out of his way. He was like a
Who would be
hurricane.
a good interview for you, Linda?
What?
Jack O'Halloran. You know Jack O'Halloran?
Yes.
He's my friend on Facebook. Um, he's been in a lot of movies. He was in Superman. He was one of the villains that. He was also a professional boxer, and he has a very interesting story. His father was Albert Anastasia.
Who's that?
Albert Anastasia was one of the old mob guys that got killed in New York City. He was
Oh
a
my
part of
God.
Murder Incorporated. He was back with like Meyer Lansky days. Yeah, it's very, very, very. He's very fun. He's another guy that you can. He's got stories for hours. I mean, it's right up your alley.
Wonderful. Anybody you want to send to me, I'll interview them and do them right. Do you know
Yeah,
Alan Zweibel?
I heard of him. I don't know him personally.
I've been trying to get him he's got more excuses than Carter had liver pills.
Yeah. See, I'll reach out 2 or 3 times. If I see I'm getting a runaround, I just keep moving. Because I don't play that bullshit because, you can't even call publicists or management officers today. The first thing they tell you, can you send us an email? Like everything's got to be done by email. I guess, they want to have it in writing, whatever, and I get it. But I'd like to talk to people on the phone and do things, but it's not done like that. It
Yeah.
just isn't.
Man, I interviewed a comic out here in Vegas. It wasn't one of my very first one. I didn't know what I was doing, and I had terrible equipment. And I interviewed this guy, and the whole time he's making fun of the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, see,
And
I have no use for people like that.
yeah,
That's not good.
yeah,
Uh,
yep.
so what happened to Helaine? She's mad because we kicked her out? No.
No, she's sitting here making comments. She told me to say
Oh.
Alan Spibel. It only lets me have one guest at a time.
What is what kind of excuses is he giving you that he doesn't want to come on?
It's so funny. He says, "Oh, Helaine says she's here watching." He says, "Not right now. I'm busy writing a book. I'm busy." Then it's like, "Okay, you got the book written. I see you're on other people's podcasts. Can you come on now?" "Oh no, I'm busy with press junkets," or "I'm busy with." I'll get back to you in a couple months because I'm promoting my book. What do you think I'm going to do? Tell people not to buy it?
Yeah, see, that's I have one problem that I just for some reason can't get past this publicist. I don't know. I've been dealing with him for 4 years. I can't get Henry Winkler on to save my life. I've
Oh,
been dealing
well,
with this, and I keep asking her, and I keep asking her, and I laugh every time she sends me uh, the response back. I put LOL because I said, of course he's not available. I'm sarcastic with her. But
wow.
Another one I'm going to set you up with, and he lives right in Vegas, is Rich Little.
Yes, please. I've
Yes,
got
I know his.
I
He's
got
actually going to be doing press too, because
yes,
he's adding a chapter to his book. So you know what?
wonderful.
On my Linda, when you get a chance, on my Facebook page, send me an email address for you, and
You
I'll
got
send
it.
you his publicist's name. Harlan is a sweetheart of a guy. I can't make it easier for you. That's a no-brainer that Rich will do the show.
Oh, thank you. He's very pro-military too.
Rich is, and he's got, oh my God, so many funny stories, and I love when he does the Johnny Carson impression, and he's a very good friend of the show over the past. We did one with him about 6-7 months ago, and it's just a fun story, about being on the Dean Martin roast. He's actually done the most Dean Martin roasts ever, Rich Little.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
Yeah, he did like 30 something of them. I think he was the most requested person on there, and he has stories about that, and growing up, and he actually added a chapter of his book to Don Rickles, and you could go on for days with him.
Yes, that would be so wonderful. There's a comic here locally who's an executive at Vegas.net internet, and
Uh-huh.
he's supposedly doing a TV show with Rich Little, or so he says.
Oh,
And
really? Okay.
he thinks he's going to get an interview before I will. And I'm like, challenge accepted. I'll
Oh,
find
okay.
a way.
Yeah, no, that's very easy to say because I have to call Harlan. Uh, See, Harlan he's a publicist out in LA, and he handles classic Hollywood. Like he has who does he have? Her name, I can't think of her name. Oh, wait. It's, he has Loretta Swit from MASH.
Wow.
He has um, Ruta Lee. He has what the hell is her name? I can't think of her name. She's like something with a T. Really older actress has been in a lot of movies. Very well known. I can't believe it'll come to me. But he has what he calls classic Hollywood stars. He has George Chakiris from West Side Story. He has I can't believe I can't think of her name. I keep thinking of the name Tiffany, but that's not it. Who was Don Johnson married to before? What was her name?
We're not talking about Melanie Griffith?
No, before her. Wasn't he dating and it was her daughter. Her mother was the big star, but he was dating her daughter. I can't think of her name. She's a big celebrity, if you hear the name.
You want me to go look it up while I have you on?
Yeah, go ahead. I can't think of her. Oh man, what the hell is her name?
I'll be right back.
Her 80s.
Kelly Flager?
No.
Wikipedia doesn't have it. They say
Yeah.
Kelly Flager and Melanie Griffith.
Yeah, let me.
Bye, Dee. Love you. Denise, thanks for watching. Let's see. Hold on. He'll be right back. So Animal House, let's talk about Carlo. Carlo you guys got to go listen to his Animal House radio. He said that you can watch it on, hold up, I typed it in here. Where did my notes go? You go to buzzsprout.com, Animal House Radio, and see all the people, all of the huge celebrities that Carlo has interviewed over the years. And his Animal House Radio goes to Armed Forces Network. So all the military veterans get to see it. It's the coolest show ever. You know how I am about our military, since I'm a military vet. He'll be back. Let's see, guest request.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, Tippi Hedren.
Yeah, Denise.
That's who it was.
Melanie Griffith's mother is Tippi Hedren from The
That's
Birds.
what I couldn't think of. Yeah, Tippi Hedren. He has, remember June Lockhart from Lost in Space?
Yes.
He has the girl Nellie Olson from Little House on the Prairie. He has Rich Little. He's got all these classic Hollywoods. He'll give you every one of them that you want. He has Anson Williams from Happy Days.
My goodness.
You know, and they're all doing stuff. So you go on this website, you say, Harlan, can I have this person? And he'll set it up. You know who I interviewed? I think I was her last interview, and she had to be, Linda, if she had to be in her 90s. Remember Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life?
Yes.
Charlotte Ray was one of her last interviews she did was with us.
Wow.
She was such a sweetheart. You know,
wow.
we had to do it early because, you know, like at 5 o'clock she would go to bed, so we had to do that real early.
That is so cool.
And the one that I missed, I'm so pissed about. I missed it by 2 days. We were going to set it up. He died, Carl Reiner.
Oh.
Yeah, that would have been a nice interview because that guy was a legend. You know.
You know who's here in Vegas is Shecky Green.
He's still alive?
95. He turned 95 this week.
Is he still performing?
He's not doing interviews or anything, but if you could get him, you'd get an exclusive.
Yeah, maybe. Shecky Green, wow.
Jackie Mason's still alive. He goes to Comic Strip Live every once in a while.
Yeah, I've seen him. I know his daughter, what's her name? The one that Sheba. Yeah, they don't really talk, whatever. I've seen her a couple of times. I know her a long time, Sheba. She's a nice girl.
Yeah. So Denise Medina says something about Patty d'Arbanville. What are we talking about?
That was one of his wives too, but I couldn't think of. I knew Don Johnson was married to the daughter of her. I didn't think it was Melanie Griffith. I thought it was somebody else, but yeah.
Melanie Griffith's mother, Tippi Hedren, is sisters to the mother of a girl from my high school. And when I was a senior in high school, Tippi Hedren came to one of our basketball games because her nephew was on our basketball team.
Oh, wow. That must have been fun.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, just send me all the your email. I'll give you the information. You just say, hi, Harlan. My name is Linda. I do a podcast. I'd like to, I was referred to you by Carlo. He says you have some great clients. He'll feed you everybody you want.
Wonderful. That's such great news for me because, I'm going through this health thing and it'll keep my mind off trying to get up on stage. Right. Yeah.
Keep you preoccupied.
Yeah, absolutely. You must be, should I let you go?
Yeah, I'm going to hit the sack. But it was good catching up. I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you. This is a rough time in my life, so I'm trying to stay positive.
Well, stay positive and know that you always have friends.
Thank you so much, Carlo. Likewise.
All right, honey. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye. Who else wants to come on? Denise, do you want to come on? I'll send you an invite. Hit me up, you guys, if you want to come on. I can have one guest at a time. I'm sending you an invite, Denise, if you want to come on. Night, night, Carlo. Thank you so much. You guys need to go to, let me find the plug of the website, buzzsprout.com, and click on, key in Animal House Radio. And he suggested watching a funny Brad Garrett. It's the last episode of Brad Garrett telling a hilarious story. But all of Animal House Radio episodes are on there on buzzsprout.com. So do it. Just do it. I can't now, but another time would be great. Perfect, Denise. Anybody else want to come on? Who else is on here? Carlo. Dee had to leave. Let me see if Helaine is here. Helaine, are you coming back on? Do you want to come back on, Helaine? H-E. I sent Helaine an invite. Let's see. Let me send an invite to somebody, anybody. Let's see. Let's see who's up. Hold on, everybody. Let's get this guy on here and see if he's going to take the bait. Oh, there's somebody message. The funny story is about 50 minutes into the interview. Got it. Stephen or Debbie. Helaine, do you want to come back on? See if anybody on, you're not able to, I'll send an invite to George. Whoever jumps on first. Stick with me, folks. We'll find people. I'll stay on here hoping somebody jumps on in the next 5 minutes. I got to get off of this and go look at the Brad Garrett episode that Carlo said is so funny. Let's see. It's me prayers for Sinbad. That's right. Buzzsprout.com, Animal House Radio. 50 minutes into the Brad Garrett episode, which is the last episode on there. Okay, well, it doesn't look like anybody's taken the bait, so we're going to finish for tonight. And if anybody here wants to come back on tonight, shoot me a Facebook message, will you? And I'll get back on and include you. But right now I'm going to go to buzzsprout.com and watch Animal House Radio episode, the last one with Brad Garrett. And 50 minutes into it, Brad tells a hilarious story. So let's all do that. Let's help out, because Carlo is good enough to give me some leads, and he's good enough to come on the show and talk and say I'm a national treasure. I'm not going to bother Gladys right now. It's last minute. Anyway, I'm kind of done with it, but if George wants to come on, George can send me a Facebook message and I'll open it up again for George. So let's wind it down for now. Thank you, Helaine Witt, for being my special first guest. And my special second guest, I had to kick Helaine off to bring Carlo Bellario on. So we had Helaine Weiss Witt from New York, originally from San Francisco, and coming up through the amazing Holy City Zoo around the time of Robin Williams, Stephen Pearl, and the likes. So she stepped aside to give Carlo Bellario from Animal House Radio, and his podcast is available on buzzsprout.com, Animal House Radio, and see the last episode with Brad Garrett. 50 minutes into it, he tells a hilarious story, or maybe it's an hilarious story, who knows. Anyway, those were my two main guests. Had a lot of people on here making comments. Sherry, would you like to come on and chat for a bit? I'll send you a thingamajig and see if you're up to it, or you might just be wanting to watch. And I did this because it's free. I didn't need a computer or a Zoom account. I'm done spending money, Sherry. Do it this way. It's like the old come as you are party, you know. Sherry Hagen Hardman out of the Tacoma Comedy Club. Recently in Vegas, killing it on the stages here in Vegas, being invited back. Check her out, follow her, support her comedy career, because she's real people. I'm not sure if she's coming on. We'll give her a minute to see if she will. You're too ugly today, as if. I can't get the beeper on my, I turned on my scooter. I got it all hooked up. Funny story. I had to get an electric wheelchair to stay off my feet because I keep falling and breaking things, guys. So, oh, thank you. So I ordered my own scooter because the VA, that's how they aren't offering wheelchairs unless you're dying. And I guess everybody's dying didn't work with them. I tried. So I bought my own wheelchair, and it's a scooter. And I put it all together, turned it on, and it won't quit beeping like a UPS truck that's backing up. It goes beep, 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 beep. Shut up. You're going to get me kicked out of my new. So Helaine Witt, always one step ahead of me. Next sentence that was going to come out of my mouth was going to be, but Helaine stole it, was going to be, do you have any idea why this thing keeps beeping? This beeping thing keeps beeping. It's not in backup mode. It's in neutral or something. It's not going anywhere. I don't know how to get it. I don't know why it's beeping. So it's the first thing we did was put it together and turn it on. And beep, 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 won't shut up. Don't understand. Are you happy now, Helaine? I did what you said. I'm your puppet. We're best friends. We dish it out to each other. Good. Let's see here. Somebody said yes. Well, Cherry, Helaine, there's somebody else on here. Cherry and Helaine, Carlo, most likely, and Denise. Anyway, I'm going to head off for the night. I did my ultrasound on my broken foot. And here we have a message. Let's see. Yes, then it is in neutral. So usually there's a switch on the back. Okay, I'll figure that out. So it's in neutral, and that's why it's beeping, evidently. I wonder what it does when you put it in reverse. Usually a UPS truck will beep in reverse. And if it's beeping in neutral, what does it do in reverse? Blow out smoke? I'll have to get used to it. I need a wheelchair. I'm glad I got it. So I got to get around. I can't. Well, you know the drill. Anyway, it's my new lamp. And then it's got a matching lamp right there. It's kind of, where is it at? Everybody should have a crystal lamp right by their 1970s microwave. There's my kitchen. I put crystal and stuff up on top. I want to paint that silver. I can't stand that brown cord and brown paddles. Paint it white or something. Motorcycle Mama. I'm going to get all the comics to autograph my wheelchair. I don't know where. Maybe I'll put a sign in the back and have them autograph the sign in the back and call it my eclectic chair. Instead of electric, it's going to be eclectic. Because that's how I roll. I'm going to get happy about this if it kills me. How's that for staying strong? Yeah, I'm back to a tricycle. It's like a full circle moment, you know? Tricycle, three-wheeler. Got a three-wheeler. It seems like it would turn on a dime and take up less space than a big wheelchair with 4 wheels. Hopefully it won't tip over. All right, you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming on and making it fun tonight. Good night. Love you all.